inquiry.
All right, let's move it on. I want to show you a clip of Stephen Harper from the last election campaign, not on this topic, but on something very different, on how you pick candidates. Very short, it's about 10 seconds. Watch this.
We want to clean up internal party politics, beginning with grassroots democratic control of the nomination process.
Well, it's interesting watching that clip the day after the Conservative Central headquarters blows off two of the candidates brought up through that grassroots system. Dan, what do you make of this? Is this a problem for the Conservatives and for Harper?
Yeah, it's a problem, but it's a temporary problem, and the biggest issue there is explaining how the grassroots are only growing up in the Tory Politburo offices. So, you know, the talking about this grassroots democratic idea is something that it goes back to the original founding notions of the Reform Party and the Canadian Alliance, that wing of the Tory Party that Stephen Harper so ably represents. However, you know, when it comes to getting people elected and maintaining internal discipline, which seems to be the overarching concern of the PMO and this Prime Minister, they're not, I guess, going to allow people to get off message the way Mr. Warner apparently did. I know less about Mr. Barr, but certainly Mark Warner has admitted that he was off message. He attended the AIDS conference. He did other things that are not in line with the Tory message track. So you've got to expect you're going to be parting ways with this Conservative Party run by this Prime Minister.
Chantal?
Well, it does show, though, an incredible amount of control. This is not a candidate shooting off the mouth and saying things that go against party policy, or last time I checked, the party was not against fighting AIDS, for instance. So I think it is damaging to the image of the Prime Minister in as much as it reinforces the notion that he's a control freak. But what is more damaging is that there don't seem to be any clear rules to explain why these two people are suddenly dumped as candidates, and I think that is bound to become more of a controversy within the party.
Okay, I mean, we should point out that they're not the first party to dump candidates. It does happen and has happened in other parties as well. It's just when you watch that clip from the last campaign. Andrew, your quick comment on that?
Well, it just shows how far they've strayed from their original principles. It adds to this impression of them, more than an impression, that they're complete control freaks. And the reasons, in particular with Mr. Warner, adds up to also to a suggestion of a kind of an unspoken, raw kind of social conservative base there that they're appealing to. I mean, if the sin is going to an AIDS conference, for goodness sakes, how is that off message, as Chantal said? I think this, you know, if you want to know why are the Tories unable to break through 40% in the polls, this is part of it.